Hello viewers, it's Sunday and time for some more racing over this extended May Day bank holiday weekend in the UK, and I'm driving the LMP, the Audi of course, e-tron, and going for a spin around Hockenheim. First time racing the course. Do you know, I had no practice, so I just decided to jump into it. I've driven this car before, obviously I've driven this many laps of this course over the years, and so I thought, well, why not discover the circuit and enjoy more of this day-night transition. If there's one thing Project Cars has, it's amazing visuals with a wonderful day-night transition as I'm changing view. I was actually trying to find that helmet cam, but that's all fixed now. I've sorted all that out. This was recorded a few days ago when I recorded the McLaren video. Just a couple of things to point out actually. First thing is the steering wheel. People have asked me about racing in games with a steering wheel. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on the game. It depends what we're showing off as well. There are a lot of console players that will be playing this on their PS4. I think it's good to see it with the wheel. Many of those guys will be playing with a pad. Also, the wheel from my eye line is perfectly in line with my hands. So if you look on the video in the bottom corner, you get an idea on that actually there's a sort of perspective created with a GoPro camera. It's got a slight fisheye lens to it, so it distorts perspective a little bit. For example, the screens are much bigger than they actually look on the GoPro, so and you can see that in the bottom there as well. So in terms of field of view controls, they're a little bit tricky in Project Cars because you have to adjust the field of, you have to go back to an option menu, adjust the field of view, then come back to the game, whereas in something like Assetto Corsa, you can just bring up the triple screen menu and the field of view menu, and you can adjust it real time there. Works really well for me. There's probably a way you can do it in Project Cars. I don't know if there's a menu you can bring up like that, or if it just means memorizing keys, but I would say memorizing keys is no good. You need a menu that can bring up and work with. So obviously we're having sped up time of day. I'm trying to learn my braking points and just enjoying the drive. I'm actually just following this guy in front. I don't want to let him get too far away because I'm using him a little bit as a guideline of how fast I can go through the corners, where I can be braking to an extent, and also as it gets a bit darker, it always helps when you, because as it gets darker, you're looking for things like cones, things that pick up light, signify roughly where a turning point's going to be, how long a corner is. There's lots of little elements, and you'll see I make a couple of mistakes. And actually, you know, in a Le Mans car, you know, looking forward to Le Mans coming soon. Toyota, it's good to see them strong this season. I'm really hoping they can take it to Audi. I think for a couple of years at Le Mans, we had Peugeot suddenly pulling out a couple of years ago, and that was a real shame because we could have been on for a classic Le Mans at the time. Everyone was looking forward to it. Toyota getting in the mix with those guys, and then bang, we lost the chief contender. That's a bit of a walkover for Audi. They're just so strong. Whereas now Toyota coming back, Porsche coming in, they've been doing a solid job. They'll only get better. Hopefully we'll see Ferrari there as it gets dark now. And I've turned my lights on, and now I'm taking the lead now. I'm thinking, right, that's it. We're on this final lap. I'm gonna take the lead. And again, nice effects everywhere. I know the course, but it's always a little bit tricky when you've changed that lighting. But doesn't it look fantastic? Doesn't it look fantastic? Really nice lighting to see. It gets darker and darker. I missed my braking point there, but no problem. We just about made it. And so now you're driving by knowledge. You know that you're flat through this next corner. You turn in even if you can't see it. I think I might have lifted just a little then, just to keep the car on track, looking for that apex. That's fine. Struggle with this next right-hander. Just turning in a bit early, and that threw me out a little bit wide, but no problem. And now, of course, back into the stadium area, and from then on, it's all pretty straightforward. Still a little bit wide, but no problem. And so this obviously good fun to play. We've been enjoying a few Project Cars videos. We've got more Assetto Corsa, more iRacing, bit of MXGP as well. And do let me know what games you'd like to see me running on the channel. Cars, tracks, combinations, game combinations, and we'll do what we can. But that's it for this video on Project Cars. There'll be more from me very soon.